Hello and welcome to the Schwartz Advisors Report on Aftermarket News. I'm Emma Henderson. Today with me is Brian Cruickshank. He is a partner with the Schwartz Advisors. Hi, it's so nice to see you.
Hi, Emma.
Now, so you and I actually have something in common. We both have connections to where I am right now, which is Babcox Media. So talk a little about that.
Yeah. So right after college, Babcox Media was my first aftermarket job, and what I thought was going to be a temporary, quick stop ended up being a 14-year, really great experience at Babcox, and kind of put me on my lifelong path here in the aftermarket. What was really great about working at Babcox Media, even as a young guy, is I was exposed to every corner of the industry. So I was brought on as a kind of cub reporter for a brand new magazine called Underhood Service, and so we launched that. But beyond that, I was exposed to collision and tire dealers and manufacturing and all the different aspects of service. And then ultimately became the editor of Counterman Magazine and really became very close to the distribution market space. And then also editor of Aftermarket News. And so I got really close to all those folks too. So it really prepared me well for where I am here today at SA, just because we touch pretty much every corner of the aftermarket.
And you're with Schwartz Advisors, but you're actually coming to us from Auto Care Connect. So is that something that you attend regularly?
Yeah, I guess one of the other benefits working at Babcox, even as a young guy, I was taken to everything. And that included getting involved, even as a 25-year-old, in, at the time, AAIA committee work. And that has extended through my entire career. Just about everybody at SA is involved in some fashion with auto care. I know that our managing partner and CEO, Rick Schwartz, is on the auto care board. My colleague, Shireen Dultani, is involved with Women in Auto Care. And although I am currently, for the first time in 25 years, committeeless, I'm sure Bill Hanvey will rectify that, I'm getting re-engaged with auto care committee work. It's really a terrific place to make contacts and understand what's going on in the market, because that's so critical to what we do here at SA.
Absolutely, that's great. And as a former editor of Counterman, you probably have had a ringside seat to many of the distribution changes that have happened over the years.
Oh, yeah. In fact, that's exactly what John Owens and I used to call it, ringside seats to a heavyweight championship fight. When I got into this business in the mid-1990s, there were 15 program distribution groups. Just before I came out here to Chicago, I took a look at my 1980 issue of Jobber Retailer. This is the program distribution directory. There's 24 program distribution groups listed here. And so, while I was at Counterman, we witnessed some of the major acquisitions, both on the retail side, and then also on the private independent distributor side, acquisitions like Maudai and GPI. So it's been a fascinating view of what happened in the aftermarket and what continues to happen within distribution.
Right, and that kind of leads up to this. So we're talking mergers and acquisitions. Is that what happened to all of these groups?
Yeah, so as individual WDs were acquired, that ultimately drove the consolidation of the groups. So what started as 15 groups when I was just getting into the industry, now we're down to just a handful.
And I'm curious that considering that there's been so much distribution consolidation, do you actually see this slowing down at all?
No, we certainly don't. And if there's any part of the market where SA is the most entrenched, it would be in distribution. And I can tell you from firsthand experience that consolidation within the independent distribution channel is not slowing. There's great interest in both light vehicle and heavy duty distributors. I would say that the M&A market within light vehicle distribution is more mature. On the commercial truck side, there are fewer acquirers, but we're seeing much more activity on the heavy truck side and kind of a normal amount of activity on the light vehicle side.
Now, understanding all of that must make your position at Schwartz Advisors really interesting.
Yeah, it really is, Emma. A few minutes ago, I mentioned that John Owens and I would laugh and say that we had ringside seats to a heavyweight championship fight. And now, considering what we do at Schwartz Advisors, I feel like I'm in the ring in some respects. Consolidation will continue among the light vehicle side. We're seeing it every day. And there are lots and lots of reasons driving that.
Yeah, I mean, what are those reasons?
So we deal often with founder-owned companies, and those founders, those owners, some of them are looking to exit. Some of them are not necessarily looking to exit, but looking to perhaps create a pathway to exit. I think Bruce Tartaglione last month called it the end game. And then there are some other owners that would like to grow, and they're looking for a well-capitalized partner to help fund that.
And since you've been so close to the traditional distribution side of the industry, what is the future of the independent WD?
Consolidation will absolutely continue, and there's factors that drive that. I was just yesterday looking at the number of stores that AutoZone and O'Reilly want to continue to greenfield. O'Reilly specifically is making acquisitions. Lots of interest from the private equity side in both light vehicle and heavy duty distribution. So the future of distribution is, I think, one of the universe of distributors will continue to shrink. I want to underscore, however, that that's not to say that the days of the independent distributor are over. Hardly. There is a place in this market for well-run, profitable regional and local distributors, and I see no reason why that wouldn't continue.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been the Schwartz Advisors Report from Aftermarket News. I'm Emma Henderson, and Brian, we appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Emma.